Hey there, folks. If you want to keep up with the latest and most important stories, make sure to follow S News so you don't miss this video or any of the ones coming up. And don't forget to support us by subscribing, liking and dropping a comment below. Well, let me tell you, explosive revelation rocks the world as America's so-called divide and conquer strategy in the Caucasus. Now, this was nothing short of a geopolitical earthquake set to completely reshape the Middle East and Central Asia. President Trump didn't just broker a peace deal between Armenia and Azerbaijan. He basically pulled off the biggest power grab in the Caucasus since the fall of the Soviet Union. We're talking about the legendary Zangezur Corridor, folks, and Trump stamped his name on it like it was another one of his hotels. But here's where things get absolutely crazy, and I mean crazy. The moment this deal was announced, Ali Akbar Velayati, the senior advisor to Iran's supreme leader, came out with threats that could chill your blood. He literally said Iran would turn this corridor into a graveyard for Trump's mercenaries, and get this, they're ready to do it without any help from Russia. Now let me explain why this corridor is worth starting a war over. Picture this: a direct pipeline carrying the gas-rich waters of the Caspian Sea through Turkmenistan, which is literally floating on an ocean of natural gas bigger than Qatar's reserves, straight through Azerbaijan to Europe, bypassing both Russia and Iran. This isn't just about transportation, folks, it's about choking off Russia's energy empire and cutting Iran from its northern trade routes forever. We're talking billions, no, trillions of dollars in energy revenue at stake here. And here's the twist no one saw coming. Trump negotiated a 100-year lease on this corridor. That means US forces will be stationed right on Iran's doorstep and on Russia's weak flank for the next century. But wait, it gets even crazier. While all this corridor drama unfolds, Netanyahu is staring down the end of his political career in Israel. According to Channel 12 reports this week, the Israeli military is demanding 250,000 troops to fully occupy Gaza and forcibly relocate its population. Here's the shocker: Netanyahu is refusing to give them the troops. His coalition partners Smotrich and Ben-Gvir are threatening him: either launch a full-scale assault on Gaza or we call for early elections. Meanwhile, 50 Israeli hostages are still trapped in Hamas tunnels, and every passing day makes rescuing them less likely. Israel's entire security establishment is openly rebelling against Netanyahu's plans. Former military leaders say this expansion would be disastrous, but far-right ministers are threatening to bring down the government if it doesn't go ahead. And this is where two massive crises collide in the most dangerous way possible. Iran is watching closely at the prospect of United States forces spreading into the Zangezur Corridor, while Israeli troops are gearing up for a full takeover of Gaza. Thrawn sees this as a coordinated pressure tactic aimed at crushing Iran's regional influence once and for all. It's the classic divide and conquer strategy playing out in real time, folks. While these supposed allies fight among themselves, America swoops in to claim the strategic prizes. The energy implications are staggering. Turkmenistan has enough natural gas reserves to power Europe for centuries, but the ruling family there is so paranoid and isolated that they've never managed to develop it properly. Now Trump is offering them a direct pipeline to European markets, bypassing all their traditional rivals. Meanwhile, in the Middle East, we see the same pattern of division and chaos. Arab states are still fighting each other. Palestinians remain split between Hamas and Fatah, with no unified front against Israeli expansion or United States influence. Now let me take you behind the scenes, because this story is much deeper than what you see in mainstream media. This power shift didn't happen overnight. It's the direct result of a huge strategic blunder by Putin, who abandoned Armenia during its 2020 and 2023 wars with Azerbaijan. When Armenian forces were being destroyed in Nagorno-Karabakh, where was Russia? Nowhere to be found. Putin abandoned his ally to appease Erdogan in Turkey and Aliyev in Azerbaijan. And now Armenian Prime Minister Pashinyan has handed the United States the keys to Russia's backyard on a silver platter. But here's the part that should scare everyone. The unraveling of the so-called axis of resistance is happening exactly as US strategists predicted. Look at the China, Russia, Iran, North Korea bloc that was supposed to challenge Western dominance. What do you see? Total dysfunction. North Korea is focused on survival. China is playing its own game with Pakistan and Central Asia. Russia is bleeding resources in Ukraine while losing allies left and right. And Iran is now isolated, making threats it may not be able to back up. D. So here's my question. Are we witnessing the start of World War III? Or is this just the final chapter in America's global chess game? Because when Iran threatens to turn US forces into a graveyard, Israel plans to displace 2 million Palestinians, and Russia loses its chokehold on Europe's energy, we're no longer talking about small regional conflicts. This is about reshaping the entire world order, and it's happening right now, in real time, before our... Finally, I just want to thank you folks for listening. If you want to stay updated, make sure you follow S News and keep an eye out for our future videos. And hey, don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop a comment. Appreciate it.